Selecta J Cut here. Check, check. If you're tuning in, this is Selecta J Cut. This is a new thing I'm going to start, the Duburbia live stream. It's going to be different from the podcast. Going to try to do this on a more regular basis and not really focus so much on having a guest every time, although I am open to having people come in and chat on the could do Zoom or whatever here. But anyway, just going to be chatting for a few minutes here, just testing a few new features out and talking about a few records. I think I'm going to do a live set on Mixcloud tomorrow. We change the lighting situation here. Yo, check, check. All right. Hopefully that's not going to drown me out too much. Some production been working on. Really just started. Not sure if it's going to be anything serious. Just a sample, really. But anyway, thought it'd be something to put on to break the silence here. Once again, I will be going live tomorrow, probably tomorrow in the afternoon. There'll be more details on Facebook, Twitter, maybe Instagram too. I will let you know, but it will be on Mixcloud, the mix. I would guess probably like mid-afternoon. Going to talk about a few new releases right now while I'm here. Not really new releases. I should correct myself. I'm doing some catching up from last year. So these are all, the first several are going to be last year's releases that I just got my hands on. So I'm going to go ahead and mention them. This is KMFDM and Dub. It's a double album. The vinyl's pressed on 45. So it's, I didn't really know most of the tracks on the album. They're all from their more recent stuff. I'm more familiar with the KMFDM from the 80s to the early 90s. So these are some songs I didn't know, but the dub versions are pretty nice. So self-pressed, very nicely packaged, and it even came with a record flat of the album cover. I got it up on my wall, but it's not something you see very often these days. Yo, making sure my levels are coming through good. Then another one from last year that I just recently picked up. This is available at Amazon. Youth Meets Jah Wobble. It's called Acid Punk Dub Apocalypse, and it's Cadiz Music is the record label. You got Holly Cook singing on a couple tunes on here. Alex Patterson from The Orb. Vivian Goldman, who's worked with Anya Sound, and she's done a lot of writing, so written a lot about different reggae artists and punk, the punk scene, especially the late 70s, the UK. Kind of reggae punk connection. Another one from last year, A Certain Ratio. This is their latest album. This band's, they started in the 70s in Manchester. One of the bands on Factory Records, along kind of contemporaries with Joy Division. This latest album, it's got a little taste of all the different flavors that they're prone to producing. A lot of funk, real funky, some couple of dance, house type techno. But there's also just some more organic stuff, and there's vocals. It's really nice, very nicely packaged as well from Mute Records. Came with a nice little sheet of all a certain ratio albums. I'm trying to get it lined up with the camera. I don't know what my problem is there. Anyway, yeah, there we go. There's also there's an EP coming out that I had just read about from this release too, so not quite sure what's on that yet. I didn't look into it very much, but sure I will know shortly. I have already talked about Cabaret Voltaire. The Shadow of Fear double album came out on Mute last year. This is actually relatively new. This is the Shadow of Funk. It's an EP, songs from that LP, or not from that LP, but they were recorded during those sessions, and they didn't make the LP, so it's cool. Something different from the LP, and especially that the Shadow of Funk is pretty. It's hard, man. This whole EP is really good. 3 songs. Richard H. Kirk, going as Cabaret Voltaire, which he's founding member. Speaking of founding members, Jack Dangers, Meat Beat Manifesto. This is called the JDs. It's a collaboration between Jack Dangers and John Druckmann. This is not a die cut design on the cover. It appears that way, but it's an illusion. It's deceptive. This is a good one. I've only listened to it once or twice, but it's called the Texas Chain Store Manager, and it was put out by Electronic Sound Magazine, UK magazine. They usually put out 7-inch singles with a lot of their magazines, but this didn't come with a magazine. It was an album that you actually had to order. It's well worth it if you could get your hands on that. And then this is just arrived in the mail the other day. I'm very excited about this set. It's 5 records by a band called New Age Steppers. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge On You Sound fan. That's the label that put out this set. And we'll start with this one. This is actually the first On You Sound LP that was ever released. The New Age Steppers debut album came out in I believe 1980, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 81. I'm sorry. So really good. It's reggae made by a group of there's reggae musicians, but a lot of punk rockers on here too. Bruce Smith, who played with the Pop Group, he also plays with Public Image Limited. But also you got George Oban from Oswald, Viv Albertine, and Ariap from the Slits, Mark Stewart. So this is the debut album. It's great. Definitely, if you don't already have it, pick this one up. I already had a copy, but I went ahead and got a second one just to have nice, clean, new copy. Go ahead and go in sequence here. So the next one would be Action Battlefield. This is Ari Up singing on most of the songs on this one. A couple instrumental tracks. This one was also 81, I believe. So another one that I had a couple copies of this already too, but couldn't pass up that reissue. The third full New Age Steppers album, they had a split album with Creation Rebel too that was not part of this set. So this is after Ari Up had her twins and who were pictured on the cover. I just found that out today, and all these albums have some really good liner notes, and photos obviously. Okay, Love Forever. This one's really special because it was the last album Mary Up recorded as with New Age Steppers, and it came out in 2012, but it wasn't released on vinyl. So now I got a nice 12-inch copy of this. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. According to the liner notes, it was mostly Ari and Adrian working on this one. So a lot more digital rhythms and yeah, just get it. I don't know what else to say there. And then this is a compilation that completes the set. It's called Avant Gardening, and it's got a couple dub versions of Some Love. There's actually 2 dubs of that, and there's a few other dub versions, and then a few just kind of outtake. There's a B-side or 2 on here, and that weren't released on the LPs. So another one that I highly recommend. And I don't know if I mentioned these are all on clear vinyl. I believe they pressed them on regular black vinyl as well, but clear vinyl, I think it was the same price, and something a little special. Don't see that every day. So yeah, I guess that's all the new releases I had to discuss at this time. Doesn't look like anybody's jumping in the chat. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, you should be able to. Chat should come through. Also, I have Discord chat. I'm not real. Don't use Discord that much, but it seems to be more frequently used these days. So I probably should get more active on that. We're also streaming on Twitch right now, so whatever format whatever platform you're watching on, if you're tuning in, thank you. I'm gonna be going and getting out of here in a minute. I guess that's all I really got to say. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I'll be in touch tomorrow. I'll post and let everybody know what time I'm gonna be doing a set, and then I'll probably come with a live stream shortly before that to brief everybody on that again. Maybe while I'm pulling some records or something, finishing up. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.